The French and Indian War, fought from 1754 to 1763, was part of a larger global conflict known as the 7 Years' War. Despite its name, the war was not a simple fight between the French and Native Americans. It was a complex struggle between Britain and France, with Native American tribes joining both sides. The prize: dominance over North America, especially the resource-rich Ohio River Valley. Why did the war happen? At its core, it was about land and resources, especially the lucrative fur trade. The war resulted from ongoing frontier tensions in North America. The border between French and British possessions was not well defined, and one highly disputed territory was the upper Ohio River Valley. Both Britain and France claimed the valley, a fertile and strategically vital area and a gateway westward. When the French began building forts in the valley to assert their claim, the British responded. Governor Robert Dinwiddie sent a letter demanding the French leave the disputed territory. The French refused. In April of 1754, the governor sent Lieutenant Colonel George Washington back to the region with a small colonial militia force to establish a British presence and counter French expansion. While in the Ohio River Valley, Washington led an attack on a French detachment, killing and capturing French soldiers. The French claimed the attack was an ambush during a diplomatic mission, fueling tensions. Over the next 2 years, there would be an increase in skirmishes between the British and the French forces in the region. These escalating conflicts ultimately led to the outbreak of the French and Indian War, which formally began in 1756, when Britain and France declared war as part of the global 7 Years' War. Who fought in the war? This wasn't just a war between two empires. It was also a war of alliances. On the British side, you had colonial militias and native allies like the Iroquois Confederacy. On the French side, Canadian militias and native allies such as the Algonquin and Huron tribes played critical roles. Early in the war, the French and their native allies dominated using guerrilla tactics and their knowledge of the land. They captured key forts like Fort Oswego and Fort William Henry. However, the tide turned in 1758. With reinforcements and improved leadership under figures like William Pitt, the British launched successful campaigns. By 1760, the British had captured Montreal, sealing the fate of French control in North America. The broader 7 Years' War continued in other theaters around the world until the war's conclusion in 1763. The war officially ended with the Treaty of Paris in 1763. Britain gained Canada and all lands east of the Mississippi River, while France retained only a few small territories like the Caribbean islands. Spain, an ally of France, took control of Louisiana. This treaty drastically redrew the map of North America and marked the end of French colonial ambitions on the continent. The French and Indian War left a lasting impact. First, territorial changes. Britain emerged as the dominant power in North America. Secondly, colonial resentment. To pay off war debts, Britain imposed taxes on its American colonies, such as the Stamp Act, leading to anger and eventual revolution. Thirdly, a global power shift. The war marked a global power shift, establishing Britain as the dominant empire and diminishing France's influence. Fourthly, military training. The war provided crucial military training and experience to George Washington and other future leaders of the American Revolution. In conclusion, the French and Indian War was a turning point in history that reshaped North America and influenced the course of global events.